guys, and welcome back to AllisonTV. And today, guys, if you hate your best friend's boyfriend, you're on the right video. If your best friend and your boyfriend hate each other, you're on the right video. I'm gonna be giving 5 tips for both sides today, so if you're interested, please continue to watch. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. And let's get into it. So I'm going to be starting off with the best friend perspective. What you should do if you just hate your best friend's boyfriend. So tip number 1, be her ride or die. If she wakes up in the mood today and she's lovey-dovey, she done spent the whole weekend with him, she in love, they getting married, and she happy, you happy. If she wake up today and she choose violence, and he got her messed up, and she ready to go slash some tires and sugar in the tank or whatever, be happy for her then too. Not telling you to get involved if you ain't about that life, but if she's down, be happy for her. You need to keep the same vibe and energy as your best friend. If she's in love and stuff like that, support her. If she's upset and stuff like that, support her. Whatever she on, you on. Tip number 2, put on your happy face. Stop going around y'all's best friend's boyfriends with these attitudes, like blatantly letting him know, I don't like you. All you doing is causing unnecessary tension and conflict, and I'm pretty sure your best friend don't like it. You ain't doing nothing but causing an argument for her later. He already know what he did Sunday to piss your homegirl off, so if you come over there Monday with an attitude and treat him some type of way, all he gonna do is confront her and be like, you need to stop telling her our business because she got a problem and she don't need to be coming in here with them type of attitude problem. Now you got a problem because your friend has a problem. You're just causing another unnecessary argument and unnecessary troubles on top of whatever troubles they already have in their relationship. That's just something else added to the list. So you ain't got to like him, but be cordial. You ain't got to throw jabs at him either. Tip number 3, never make her choose. It is unfair to be sitting out here trying to make your best friend choose between her boyfriend and you. Because at the end of the day, we done all been in love before, and us as women, especially if you know your best friend loves this guy and she just won't leave this guy alone and she's just constantly going back to him, 9 times out of 10, if she have to choose, you're gonna get your feelings hurt. Because us as women, when we're dating or when we're in love with someone like that, we're thinking about it in the long haul. So we're not sitting here gonna potentially put somebody that we see as our future husbands. We're not going to jeopardize that for a friendship, especially when you're just keeping ongoing drama that you could just let go. When you're the one constantly showing up with an attitude and you're the one constantly causing conflict and confrontation and all that stuff, and then you sit here trying to make her choose after she done told you to chill out, and you know, like, you just need to chill out, and you causing unnecessary problems when it comes down to it. If she gotta cut somebody off, if you don't see he done did this and that to her, and she still ain't cut him off, she's not gonna cut him off for you, sis. You have to let her bump her head and learn from her own mistakes. We all grown, just like you done chose to be there with somebody and tough it out, and he wasn't doing right and your friend had your back, have her back. And even if that's not the same case scenario, if your best friend has been there for you through stuff where you look stupid, be there for her even if you think she's looking stupid. She's a grown woman. Tip number 4, stop voicing your opinion. Stop coming around this guy when you know he's doing this and that, and it's pissing you off or it's pissing your friend off, and you coming by trying to drop hints to tell him that he needs to stop doing what he's doing. Stop, because that's just gonna cause problems. At some point, we have to detach ourselves from our best friend's relationship and understand that that is her relationship and not ours. She got a mouth. So unless he come to you trying to figure out how he can fix it, or she come to you and ask you to tell him, don't be going out of your way to try to tell him what he need to be doing or what your sis, she got a mouth. And if y'all already hate each other, 9 times out of 10, he ain't trying to hear that from you anyway. You just making matters worse. And tip number 5 would be to play your position. At the end of the day, be confident in your position in her life and understand that you are her best friend and that she loves you and that you ain't going nowhere. Like, y'all gonna be friends forever. If that's how y'all friendship is set up and y'all are real friends, you're not going anywhere. Stop being threatened by your best friend's boyfriend, because at the end of the day, when we get into relationships and we get married, life goes on. We might have some space in between us here and there, but it's just because we have lives. We are going through life. We're adults. We're going through stuff. We're not gonna be able to just be there for our best friends hand and foot all the time, but ultimately we're there. Most of our time is going to be spent with our significant other, but understand that you are my best friend and that you need to be there when I need you, just like I'm gonna be there when you need me. And you shouldn't feel threatened by nothing he got going on unless you see me acting differently towards you because of something that he said. But as long as you're playing your position and you're being my ride or die, and you're not coming around with attitudes and doing all that stuff, and you're playing your position, you ain't got nothing to worry about. He ain't got no reason to say nothing about you, so when he do, I'm gonna shut it down because you ain't did nothing to him. So those are my 5 tips for the best friend. Now, if you're the one in the relationship, these tips are for you. Tip number 1, don't force it. If they don't like each other, they ain't feeling each other vibe, don't try to force nothing because you just gonna make it worse. Them trying to be fake and stuff and be around each other ain't gonna do nothing but irritate that person even more. If they don't like each other and they ain't trying to be friends, don't force nothing. They ain't got no reason to say anything to each other. They ain't got no reason to communicate. Don't be forcing it. Tip number 2, communicate with them separately and get to the root of the issue. Figure out why it is that they don't like each other. Talk to your boyfriend. See why it is he doesn't like your best friend. Talk to your best friend. See why it is that she don't like your boyfriend. 9 times out of 10, your best friend don't like your boyfriend because of how he's treating you. But you need to let her know that this is your relationship and you need her to be your friend and support you. You don't need a mom. You need a best friend. And just remind her, because I'm sure she's done the same thing when she was in a relationship with a guy who wasn't treating her the best, and how you were her friend. Let her understand that even though you're going through certain things, you're just venting. And 9 times out of 10, your boyfriend don't like your best friend because she don't like the way he treats you. She's in your ear telling you how he ain't crap. He don't like that. But you need to let him know, don't be mad at my best friend because she loves me and she doesn't want to see me treated a certain way. What kind of friend would she be if she sat back and was okay with the way that you treat me? If she acts a certain way, it's because you do this. I can talk to her. At the end of the day, if she ain't bothering you and she ain't saying nothing to you and she ain't got no attitude towards you, she being cordial, you be cordial. Get your stuff together. Tip number 3, understanding. You need to understand both sides as to why they don't like each other. If your best friend is saying, I don't like him because of this and that, listen and try to be understanding and put yourself in her shoes. If your boyfriend is saying that he don't like her because of this and that, be understanding, put yourself in his shoes, and just understand that they just don't like each other. Hear them out and not be so dismissive. Understand them as individuals. Your boyfriend might just be this type of person and he don't like these type of people, and that's fine. And your best friend might be this type of person and she don't like these type of people, and that's fine. They just don't click. Just be understanding. Let them know that you're understanding. Tip number 4, vent less. If you see that your best friend obviously has a problem with your boyfriend, and every time you go to her and talk to her about something, she constantly has an attitude about it, or saying stuff that you don't want to hear, or just feel like she's being judgmental or weighing down on you, or saying stuff that you really don't want to hear, stop telling her all the negative that happened in your relationship. Understand that when you tell people who care about you about the negative in your relationship, they not gonna forgive him like you forgive him. They not gonna get over it like you get over it. They're keeping a mental tally of all the stuff that he's doing, and it's just making their fuse shorter and shorter with him. They're not going to tolerate him as much as you tolerate him because he's not giving them the same thing that he's giving you. He doesn't have the same relationship with them that he has with you. They don't know what goes on behind closed doors. They don't know how it is. Us as women, we don't necessarily just come out and be like, oh, I had an attitude with him today. Oh, I did this today. Oh, I did. But we'll run to our best friends and be like, he did this to me today. He did that to me. No, stop running to tell all the negative when at the end of the day, you do just as much, or you have just as bad as an attitude, or you do just as much to him, and the good outweighs the bad. If you're not running to them and telling them every single time he does something good, every single time he's showing his love to you, every single time he's making you feel special, every time he's making you happy and y'all don't have a good day, don't run to them every single time he does something to piss you off, especially if you know your best friend can't stand him. And my last tip would be to stand your ground. At the end of the day, let both of them know, this is my best friend, this is my boyfriend. He ain't going nowhere, she ain't going nowhere. Stop trying to force me to break up with him. Stop trying to force me to choose in between y'all. If y'all can't come together and be cordial, whoever causes the conflict, whoever causes the problem, whoever causes the tension, won't get invited to certain stuff when it comes to me. I'm not gonna deal with the drama in between both of y'all. I'm not in it. So if your best friend constantly coming around your man with an attitude or constantly coming around and ruining y'all's time, she doesn't need to be upset if y'all go out or you're having a little event and you don't invite her because you don't want your event to be trashed because of her and her attitude or her and her mouth. If your man is constantly causing conflict and constantly causing little situations and when it comes to your best friend, he don't need to be upset when you have girls' nights more often because y'all can't come together collectively and hang out. He don't need to be telling you, oh, you always going over there with her. You always hanging out with her. Yeah, I am. Because it's impossible for us to come together and hang out together. So, I'm going to spend my time with you and I'm going to spend my time with her separately. Stand your ground. Let them know you're not dealing with neither one of them and their stuff. So those are all the tips I have today for both sides. If you like this video, please share and subscribe. Put in the comment section below things that you've had to deal with concerning your best friend and your boyfriend when they've hated each other. And also, comment down below stuff that you've had to deal with when you didn't like your best friend, boyfriend. And if you're a guy, comment down below stuff you've had to deal with from your girlfriend's best friend. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can see when I post another video, and I will see you guys later.